Good evening. Here's the news at 9. First, the highlights. Lagos State Waste Management Authority concludes plans to transform Olusosun and Solo's dump sites into renewable energy stations. Federal Capital Territory activates Emergency Operations Center to combat cholera outbreak. On the foreign scene, Gabon to hold referendum on new constitution on November 16. And in sport, Flamengo's head coach, confident of victory against Ecuador and ongoing FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in Dominican Republic. Now the details. I am Sarah Adesanya. Lagos State Waste Management Authority, LOMA, says it has concluded plans to permanently shut down the landfill site at Olusosun and Solos in Igondo and transform both into renewable energy stations. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of LOMA, Muyiwa Gbadigeshin, stated this at a one-day stakeholders forum on sustainable waste management in Lagos State, held at the Civic Center, Victoria Island, Lagos. It said the initiative is in a bid to make a good use of high solid waste generated in Lagos State, and it is in line with Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's agenda to tackle environmental and health concerns associated with these sites. Gbadigeshin revealed that the shutting down and evacuation of the waste at the dump site will commence in December 2024 and last for 18 months.
Signed a memorandum of understanding with the Ghanaian company to establish material recovery facilities. But even before that, they're going to cover the landfill, Olusosun and Solus, within the next 18 months. They will cover it with a geotextile, we place solar panels on top, and then they're going to construct transfer loading stations, one at Solus, one at Olusosun, so that the trucks, we can take the waste in trailers to material recovery facilities that will be constructed in Ikorodu and Badagry. So that's the plan. We don't want waste on the streets of Lagos. We no longer want dump sites. We want material recovery facilities.
He emphasized this agency's commitment to creating a cleaner Lagos and also collaborating with stakeholders for a sustainable environment. Lagos State Head of Service, Bodiagoro, has restated the Lagos State Public Services goal of finding collaborative and effective ways to actualizing government policies and programs to improve standard of living as well as fulfill the promises of Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration to residents of the state. Agoro stated this at a press conference to kickstart the year 2024 Public Service Week celebration with the theme Fostering Innovation Amid Global Challenges, a Public Sector Perspective. He noted that the world is currently facing serious challenges ranging from negative effect of climate change, increase in cost of living, high rate of unemployment, brain drain, which is peculiar to African countries, and increase in level of poverty, stressing that the Lagos State government will continue to encourage workers to be more proactive and innovative by exploring their creative sides to prefer smart innovations and solutions to improve service delivery.
The ability of any nation to survive these global challenges largely depends on the viability of its public service to effectively implement government policies and programs to improve the various sectors of the economy.
While appreciating the entire Lagos State public servants for their commitment and support in ensuring the continuous achievement of the Themes Plus agenda, the head of service said the celebration of the year 2024 Public Service Week is a testament to the fact that successful governance is built on a competent public service. According to Agoro, activities lined up for the event, which will commence on Monday, 21st October, includes health screening stands for public servants, which will cover blood pressure monitoring, cervical and breast and prostate cancer screening from 8 in the morning at the Adeyemi Bureau Auditorium. Agoro said this will run simultaneously with presentation of gift items to orphanages and charity organizations in Lagos State. The annual public service lecture, followed by long service merit award ceremony in recognition and honor of public servants who have diligently and meritoriously served the state for 35 years, will hold on Tuesday, 22nd October at the Adesanya Bureau Auditorium, Alausa. Other events include the Alausa's Got Talent Series 6, recognition of outstanding officers in Lagos State Public Service, special Jumat and Thanksgiving services, Walk for Fitness by public servants, and the high point of the annual Public Service Week celebration, which will be a luncheon and recognition of outstanding officers by Mr. Governor. Members of staff of Lagos Traffic Radio have been advised to embrace a positive mental health and attitude to support optimal brain functions for improved performance. The medical director of Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital, Yaba Olubenga Oweye, made the call during a paper presentation at the staff forum of the station. The paper, themed Prioritizing Mental Health in the Workplace, was presented by a senior consultant, Dr. Adegbaju. In his presentation, Adegbaju said prioritizing mental health is no longer a choice, but a necessity for building a resilient and healthy workplace. He highlighted key strategies to achieving these, such as fostering open communication and offering flexible work arrangements. The consultant cautioned against the damages of low self-esteem, fear, anger and resentment, as well as inability to manage change. He also advised women not to burden themselves with excessive responsibilities, stressing that doing so could jeopardize their well-being.
In the workplace is not only a moral imperative but a business necessity, either on the individual level or at the organizational level. Because when you are working well and you are prioritizing your mental health, you're also selling yourself. I hope you know. That's another opportunity that open up in another place, and then if they say you're good, and then the normal trajectory is to to move on. So it's not only moral being you are working here, but the business necessities that you're also selling yourself as an individual.
Adegbaju noted that open communication, creating supportive environments, and implementing policies that prioritize employee well-being are key strategies to promoting mental health. And now to the rest of the stories. The Federal Capital Territory, FCT, has activated its Cholera Emergency Operations Center, EOC, following the confirmation of 11 cases out of 32 suspected cases of the disease. The action is part of heightened surveillance and preparedness efforts to address a potential cholera outbreak within the territory. Permanent Secretary of the FCT Health Services and Environment Secretariat, Baba Adam, emphasized the need for the activation, citing a widespread of cholera cases nationwide. While activating the Cholera Emergency Operations Center, EOC, Adam stressed that a rapidly growing city, the FCT, remains vulnerable to cholera, making it crucial to adopt preventive and containment strategies to mitigate any potential outbreak. According to him, the Secretariat would commit all necessary resources to avert a cholera crisis, calling on stakeholders to collaborate and develop effective, sustainable strategies to curb the disease. The President's Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ, Chris Isiguzo, has called on media practitioners to adopt solution journalism as a way of addressing national challenges. Isiguzo, who stated this at the third edition of the union's annual milestone recognition of media icons in Nigeria in Lagos, noted that the media's role is crucial in documenting history and also shaping it to strengthen the nation's fabric and promote unity. The NUJ president, who also stated that the event reflects the essential role of the media in enhancing democratic governance and advancing national development.
The issue. So we must shine a light
on solutions. We must inspire hope and remind ourselves and our audience that though the night may be long, the dawn always comes. We must continue to tell the stories that inspire, the stories that challenge, and the stories that build. As journalists, we know that the pen holds immense power. It can unite or divide. It can build or destroy. In this turbulent time, it is vital that we remain the builders, not the wreckers.
On his part, former head of Mass Communication Department, University of Lagos, Ralph Akinfele, urged journalists to embrace journalism of conscience, focusing on peace and development to address pressing contemporary issues in the country. Akinfele urged media practitioners to contribute to efforts that foster a supportive environment by highlighting national security issues and advocating for the establishment of a state police system. On his part, Katsina State Governor Diko Rada, an award recipient, encouraged journalists to embrace freedom of expression and focus on stories that promotes good governance. Other awardees include Akwa Ibom State Governor Umo Eno, Tony Iradia, Dami Babansa, Obongo Moses Ekpo, Dami Comfort Ubi, Pa Jola Ugunusi, amongst others. The Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security has distributed knapsack sprayers and insecticides to the Nigerian Veterinary Medical Association, NVMA, Edo chapter, to address the issues of ticks in dog kennels. The Edo State coordinator of the ministry, Samuel Uwecha, made the donations during the monthly meeting of the NVMA held in Benin. Uwecha stated that the donation was in line with the ministry's mandates to control ticks in dog kennels using knapsack sprayers and insecticides. He emphasized the need for collaboration between the ministry and the NVMA to ensure effective control of ticks and other animal diseases. Orisha highlighted the importance of controlling ticks, citing their negative impact on animal health and livestock industry as a whole. He reiterated the ministry's unwavering commitment to support the NVMA's efforts to promote animal health and welfare initiatives. And in foreign news, Gabon will hold a referendum on November 16 on a proposed new constitution, a key step towards the return to civilian regime, which the military junta promised after a coup. The August 2023 coup put an end to 55 years of rule by the family of former President Ali Bongo Ondimba. The draft new constitution includes abolishing the post of Prime Minister and imposing a 7-year presidential term, renewable once. The Council of Ministers earlier passed a bill, the last component of a transition initiated by the removal of Bongo. Meanwhile, Gabonese military officer Brice Oligui has promised to restore civilian rule in Africa's third richest country in terms of per capita GDP, but where one in 3 lives live below the poverty line. He has not hidden his intention to win a presidential election slated for August 2025. And in sport, Flamengo's head coach, Bankole Oluokere, has no doubts that the team will have another great day against the Bontat, Ecuador, in their second match of Group A at the ongoing FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup Finals in the Dominican Republic. The win against New Zealand on Wednesday took Nigeria to the top of Group A, where they still perch, courtesy of goals advantage over the Ecuadorians, who earned a 2-0 win over Dominican Republic. The top scorer in the qualifying campaign with 13 goals, Hamani Chidi, will definitely fight harder to open a goal account at the finals. Saturday's match will kick off at 4 p.m. Dominican Republic time and will take place at the same CFC stadium where the Flamingos tore apart the New Zealanders. Just before we go, always carry out proper and adequate checks on your vehicle before setting out. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms: X, formerly Twitter, at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook, Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram, Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that Solo administration supplied 86,000 dual furniture sets to 775 public schools? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Lagos State Waste Management Authority, LOMA, has concluded plans to permanently shut down the landfill site at Olushosu and Solus in Igodo and transform it into renewable energy stations. The Federal Capital Territory, FCT, has activated its Cholera Emergency Operations Center, EOC, following the confirmation of 11 cases out of 32 suspected cases of the disease. We also told you that Gabon will hold a referendum on November 16 on a proposed new constitution, a key step towards the return to a civilian regime which the military junta promised after a coup, the transitional government said. And in sports, Nigeria's under-17 girls, Flamingos, head coach Bankole Oluokere has no doubt that the team will have another great day in the office when they take on the Bontant Ecuador in the second match of Group A at the ongoing FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup Finals in the Dominican Republic. For contact with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Kayode Mafolashere. I am Sarah Adesanya. Thank you for listening and God bless you.